Hello, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper, coming to you once again on this Thanksgiving Eve, saying happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I pray that this is your best one yet, even in the midst of a struggle, even in the midst of uncomfortabilities. You know, a lot of times we are positioned where our mind is, and wherever our mind is, so go we. And so I wanted to say that I pray that you will be strengthened in the hardest time and that you will find escape valves for peace, strength, and stability. I want to talk to you today about something that we have discussed in many emails. Many of you said, I feel like in the holidays, it's holiday betrayal because I'm left alone whether he's there or not. I'm discarded whether he's there or not. I feel betrayed whether he's there or not because his body may be there, but his heart and his mind isn't there. What do I do? Since you can't be responsible for the way someone else feels, but you can be responsible for the way you feel. What you have to do is find the essence of who you are within yourself, because many times the narcissists on holidays is when they really give it to you because they know those are special days, and because the narcissists have so many holes on the inside, many of them, they want you to relate to how they feel, so they make sure any happy moment is devastated by some action that they commit, some words that they say, some abuse that they demonstrate. And so many of you during holiday time, you hate those days. Doesn't matter how you cook, doesn't matter what presents you give, especially Thanksgiving. You don't find a lot of things to be thankful for because you're in pain. And the person that's supposed to love you the most is the person who's hurting you the most. Your family goes without. You feel destitute. And so you feel like this is a terrible day. And so you don't have anything you think to be thankful for. But do you know the fact that you live, you exist, the fact that you can think, the fact that you're at home, the fact that you have your right mind with everything that you've been through? See, betrayal means that someone is there with you and close to you. A person can't betray you if they're not close to you. So betrayal is to be with someone that you know, and they turn your word upside down knowing that they do it, and they go to the other side when they're supposed to be committed to you, loyal to you. And because a lot of times narcissists don't know what covenant is like, they don't know what it is to be committed. They don't know what it is to be devoted. They're only devoted to themselves. Narcissists are self-centered, self-directed, self-motivated to care for themselves. And it doesn't matter how much you give, how much you love them. You find yourself always having to give more, always having to do more, and there is no limitation. There are no boundaries. The boundaries always get pushed farther and farther out. So you find yourself fighting always, even in holidays. It's a greater fight because it's an opportunity for you to be hurt even more. And so after you cooked, after you talked to everyone, after you greeted everyone, after you wished them great holidays, you yourself are miserable. As a matter of fact, most of you on holidays, you cry the most. On holidays, your heart is ripped. Your heart is torn because sometimes it doesn't matter if there's a COVID time, there is a social distance time. A lot of times the narcissist would risk everything to get what they want, because many narcissists believe if anybody get caught, anybody get hurt, it won't be them, and they are very high risk takers. And so while you are there in the house, and the COVID has made it even worse because they may be limited into where they go, not because they won't go there, because they are not received in other places, because where they won't social distance, where they won't obey or subject themselves to the criteria of the standard that the government is requiring, that narcissists find it difficult to pull that supply, because guess guess what? The supply is practicing social distancing. The supply is saying, I'm not coming out. The supply is saying, I want social distancing. And so when the supply does not conform, the narcissist is not fed by fuel, and the narcissist doesn't captivate that supply. And while the narcissist is out on a holiday, instead of surrounding you and loving you, they can't love. So they don't even do what they could do to bring you a bronze love bombing, a wood love bombing, a gold love bombing, a silver love bombing, and then finally the platinum love bombing. You get none of those things. You are left with your own thoughts. You are left to your own memory, and the narcissists depend on your memory to remind you of what they're doing, because then you would be miserable. You would be captivated by a past experience, a past devastation, a past lockout, a past lockdown, a past disregard. And so when you are discarded through memory, your memory paints in your mind what the narcissist is demonstrating in your life, but you take it in your mind to the next level, because the narcissist doesn't love you. The narcissist doesn't care for you, because the holidays, they don't even greet you. They don't even acknowledge the holiday. So when you said happy Thanksgiving, or it's Thanksgiving Eve, what do you want me to do? They grunt, or they silence. They walk around with silence. You know, we talk about gray rocking. Silence is a sense of gray rocking with the narcissist. They don't respond to you. They don't. And some narcissists is not necessarily angry when they're gray rocking. Some of them have been out and used up all the fuel. And if you're gray rocking them and you're not giving fuel because you're angry, then they are building up their fuel. They don't use words. They don't use emotions, even harsh emotions. They don't use abuse. They are just numb. They're neutral. When they are neutral and there's nothing wrong and they don't respond, and if you ask them to do something, they do it. If you need something, they give it. A lot of time they're in the fuel mechanism. And narcissists oftentimes use holiday time as a fuel mechanism at home, and then when they go outside the house, then they channel their energy to pulling in new supply, because they know during the holidays this is the easiest time to get compliance, because people want to be together, people want to be loved, people want to be around somebody that care for them. So the narcissists take full advantage on the outside, and then on the inside he betrays the moment. He doesn't talk. You know, there's an outside narcissist and the inside narcissist, and the holiday time brings the fuel to go outside while they're numb inside. They don't advocate any emotions, and many of them don't even advocate abuse. They leave you there to deal with your own mind, to deal with your own pain, to deal with your memory. And like I said, the narcissists gravely depend on your memory, because a lot of times no one can paint the picture of devastation toward us, about us, more than we can. So the narcissist seeds you to the ground, and he let you lead yourself to the trough. He let you lead yourself to the level of abuse that you can sustain, because you paint a picture when they have already, when you're used to them triangulating, and they know that you know they will triangulate, then they present the forum and they get you to do the video in your mind of what's going to happen, and they can tell that you are miserable, because what you don't have energy. You go to the pleading mode. You're constantly asking what's wrong. You're trying to figure everything out. Yesterday was fine. Today is the day. It's Thanksgiving Eve. It's Thanksgiving, and they don't respond. You cook all of that dinner. Thanksgiving Eve, they was excited about dinner. You get up on Thanksgiving Day, they don't want any of it. They go to a McDonald's, they go to Burger King, and they don't just go and get it and eat outside. They go and bring it, knowing that you spent all night cooking, making homemade everything, so they can have the most delectable meal that a person can imagine. And they come back with McDonald's, they come back with Burger King, and they literally condescend to bring you down to the point of their action. So you feel that you have been betrayed on the holiday. And many of you, and people say happy holidays, it is the most painful moment that you have, because there's nothing happy about being forsaken. There's nothing happy about being abused verbally, being looked at and stared with such contempt and hate. Walking by you won't speak, and when you try to do something for them, they'll tell you don't do anything, don't touch anything, and you saying, babe, it's Thanksgiving, don't call me babe, and I don't care about Thanksgiving, and they'll say I don't care about you, I don't care about your family, and they just name things because on the inside they're miserable. On the inside they have holes, and they're trying to relate this to you, and they see your happiness, they see your expectation, and whatever they can't enjoy freely, they make sure the demise is returned to you. And so all of your stamina leave, you cook and you sit in depression. Now they're being fueled, and all of a sudden you see this spark in their eyes. The most miserable you are, the more miserable you are, the more they spark. They get on the phone, they talk to everybody but you. They'll even play with the kids to make sure you know that you do not matter. So many of you are thinking about holiday betrayal, holiday deception, holiday torment, until when people tell you happy holidays, you cannot find anything to be happy about. Sometimes you have to go into your bathroom alone and look at yourself in the mirror, because base what's in your heart, that's what you're going to see. And if you believe the narcissist, you're going to see everything wrong. You're not going to see everything right. You are the most powerful being that the narcissist knows. That's why he's there. That's why he didn't leave, because there's fuel. He can see what he craves in you. He can see where he'll never be in you. He can see how the happiness you have, that's what he wants. And it's in you, and it's not in him. Your tears, when he cries tears, it's maneuvering through manipulation. When you cry tears, it's because you're hurt. Genuine feelings. What the narcissists want and they can't have. It's not holidays blues for you, dear. It may be the reveal that you are still human, that you still have your emotions, that you are still powerful, that you are still awesome. You are readily awesome. Never let dictatorship override your truths. Never let abuse underwrite your character. And never let a moment of truth slip you by. Because the truth of it is, holiday is what you make it and not what they say. Let this Thanksgiving Eve be your wake-up moment. The moment you can look in yourself and see the beauty of you, and see the light in your eyes, and see your candle lit one more time. Happy holidays. You are fantabulous. That's why you were chosen. And because of strategy and because of loving yourself, that's why you're free in your mind and you'll get free in your life. I'm Helen Sattler. I am your destiny helper. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Push the button and the bell, and every time I come on and do a new video, any information, you will be privy to that information first. Write me, destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to return an email to you. Be encouraged. The greatest day of your life has already begun. Happy holidays. I'll see you on the next video.